Alright, I'm going to be showing you guys my latest creation. So this is a smaller airship that I've come up with. My other design was a bit too impractical, it was laggy, so I made something smaller, more efficient, and I'll show you guys around. So I guess we can start with the cockpit here. So this time around I've made it with some nice brass casing. Looks a bit more classy. It's the same general controls, so we can go ahead and move the ship forward. So we got that uh, pusher puller system going on there, and you can see it took a lot. It was a lot faster to come back into existence to replace the blocks from when it's an entity. So less lag there. We can also go up. There we go. This light tells me that my segments are in place, so that I don't do anything, so that I don't turn or do anything that could damage the ship. Go ahead and go down. There we go. Alright, so the reason why it's important that the segments are in place is because when we turn, we don't want to leave any segments floating around because that is it's catastrophic and it kind of ruins the ship. So that light is there for as an indicator for the operator, but also there's also logic behind that. So I'll show that to you guys later. So what else can this ship do? Well, we can turn. So I'll go ahead and turn right. So that's an unfortunate bug. I don't know why it does that. Luckily, we're not in survival. We're in creative. So that didn't hurt us. I think if I make a thicker floor, that might not happen. So that's something I need to work on. So we'll also go ahead and turn left. And hopefully I won't... Oh, I did fall through the floor both times there. That does not always happen. Actually, it doesn't usually happen, but this time it just did. Alright, well, it did it again. Yeah, so you so that's something that I need to work on. That little bug there. Okay, what else? Yeah, so just like my other ship, it has a cruise mode, so I take off the brake and hit this button here. Well, I'll just keep cruising forward until I stop it, right? So let's say you're going out somewhere, you want to go a few hundred blocks. Well, you just put it on cruise mode and yeah, you just relax until you get there. And I promise you, you don't fall through the floor in this mode. It's only when you turn, so there's no risk for falling through the floor. Okay, go ahead and hit the brakes, and it'll complete its cycle. There we go. So I'll show you a bit around the inside. So there's this central power here that's sent to all the segments that are part of the main chassis. So in my previous design, um, each one had their own power, so I was duplicating. It was using more blocks for nothing. So this here is the main pusher, and you can see, well, it's just this shaft coming out here. This one on the other side, going to a speed controller into a sequential gear shift and into the piston. So I saved quite a bit of space with that. It also is part of the wall, so the less blocks I have, the less laggy the ship is, and the faster it is. This design here, this is also shorter. So this is only 3 tall. My previous design was 4 tall. It makes it easier to have multiple stories. Above here, I have redstone logic. So that's another way I save space. Same thing for the up-down segments. So the segments that move have their own power, as we can see here. But the segments that don't move, well, they're just, they're just on their own. Like, look at this right here. It's just connected to the main power here. So, I mean, I save a lot of room. It's also faster because, since I had some space savings, I was able to put more power on the free floating segment. So right now this is rolling at 32 RPM. Through the sequential gear shift doubles the speed, so I can go up and down faster, which is nice. So it takes like maybe a second, right, to go up. It's pretty fast. All right, got some logic back here. So this is for the up and down. So really, I send the signal, it goes to the pusher segment, that's right, that moves the ship. Wait a little delay, and the puller segment grabs that piece and puts it back into position. Have some in position logic here. So this is the logic that tells us that all the pieces are in place. So this is It's a little harder to tell than with my other design, but this is an OR that gets inverted and is sent to this signal right here that tells us that all the places are in, all the segments are in place. It's a little hard to see here, but we have the turning logic. Basically, when you ask the ship to turn, it will not turn if any of the segments aren't in place. So we can see here. So that's if the segments are in place, it will turn off this torch. So these redstone repeaters will not block the signal. If the segments are not in place, this torch will be active and the signal will be blocked. All right. So I'll go ahead and put these blocks back. So that's basically it. So I haven't added any features here. So there's no cannons, there's no sort of mining or other functionalities. I'm gonna put them down here. I'm gonna try to figure out a way that I can do this while keeping the look nice. Um, yeah, so that's my my smaller airship. It's a more optimized design. I think I like how it turned out. I particularly like this brass casing. So actually, I wonder if I can make the whole ship out of that. Or I'm thinking the glue is an issue, so maybe I won't do that. But still, I really like the bridge on this one. It's so nice. I like it. I like it quite a bit. All right, well there you have it. This is my second airship. I called it the Falcon. So I'm gonna put a schematic in the video description, like with my other videos, so you can download it into your own world and play around with it there. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.